This opportunity for introduce one new executive president who can meet. You know, I call her new because of a funo Osabiame. You know, it come all the way na Koidu City. Then I'm the president of the National of the Sierra Leone Health Workers Union. When I was a kid, and we get brother, you know, it don't come and say no miss part of business again at you. Now suit in the way and then I know that people can check my moves. Check my moves. When they are around, I don't see Sister Nelista. I don't see her around. Where now other opportunity when a woman will be Secretary General of an organization. Now, we don't go small for. We don't plenty, but we come small for. You are beg if you're not Secretary General, I don't see you there around. Or you're not President there around, I don't see you. You are Timabla, you. Lord welcome you. Any of them, eh?
Any good thing you can to an small. Now you are so far at top. Now we will listen with youth leader who can do introduction of the chairperson. Wow.
All around the world, women are longing to be free.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today to celebrate the International Women's Day. I am Margaret Boymalitu from the Electricity Employee Union and the Deputy Youth Coordinator of Sierra Leone Labour Congress. It is a great pleasure to introduce our esteemed chairperson, Mrs. Fatimata Claire Carlton Hansen. Executive Director of the Legal Aid Board. She is a dedicated legal advocate who has worked tirelessly to ensure that marginalized communities in Sierra Leone has access to legal representation.
Correct.
Mrs. Hansen has been a strong advocate for legal reforms in Sierra Leone, working to improve the legal framework to better protect the rights of individuals, especially women and children. She has focused on training and capacity building for legal aid providers, enhancing the skills of lawyers and paralegals to effectively serve the needs of their clients. Under her leadership, the Legal Aid Board has launched various outreach initiatives aimed at educating the public about their legal rights and the services available to them. Mrs. Hansen has been a vocal advocate for gender equality and women's rights, working to address issues such as domestic violence and discrimination within the legal system.
The posting way, Naina, the post way to before Sierra Leone Labour Congress. If na arrest, na force the arrest. No so.
Yes.
If na strike, na for day before. If na anything, na the day before. Now always the faithful na even when una don't know. Now they go there meeting them, now they discuss with the executive, now they do everything. And this person, that no other person than President Bangura. As they are giving in your statements.
Madam Chair, distinguished guests, union leaders, workers, ladies and gentlemen, today is International Women's Day. The International Women's Day is not only to recognize our dear women, but to show enormous appreciation for all they do to to make the world whole in every sphere of life. This day is a call to advocate for the rights, equality, and empowerment of all women and girls globally. It also marks the 30th anniversary of the Leone Declaration and Platform for Action. The 2025 theme, All Women and Girls, Rights, Equality, Empowerment, calls for rapid advancement in gender equality, women and girls' rights protection, with a focus on recognizing strategies and tools that drive women's progress in education, employment, and leadership. This theme further encourages collective efforts from governments, organizations, and individuals to remove barriers and foster an environment of equal opportunities for women and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, the emphasis is on the importance of ensuring that all women and girls, regardless of their background or location, have equal rights, opportunities, and the ability to thrive. International Women's Day reminds us to strive for a world free from bias and discrimination. Achieving gender equality requires consistent action, awareness, and policy changes. Therefore, all of us need to work together in honest efforts to protect and promote women and girls' fundamental human rights, including the rights to education, healthcare, economic opportunities, and freedom from violence. We must strive to eliminate all forms of discrimination and inequality against women and girls, ensuring that they have equal access to resources, opportunities, and decision-making process. Here, ladies and gentlemen, I think I have to make I get for candle small. Some years back, in the recent past, certain families, many families, they discriminate in the support of their children in terms of education. Some families then, they support the boy picking more than the girl picking. And even up to now, it is happening. Why? There is a reason behind that way they talk. But the reason, we don't see and say, they actually correct. What if people like to say, what people like to say? They say when you educate the girl picking, you just stand next to you, they go water, you neighbor in garden. When you don't grow, now what am I they go pick up? But we fail to realize say, that woman we can born that picking when you deal with in a house. Now other person I born now, you nurture her for you, then you go marry her. So therefore, we as women and men, parents as we should say, will come together, Lord will give the due support to the girl child for them to become educated, for educate the girl child. Let me bring one example to now. During the wartime, the boy picking the way overseas. Then they send small for the mama and papa there. Now the girl picking them, they send heavy money, then they cry for the mommy and for the family. And woman, when they get position, he will always remember the family. We man, when we get position. So when Monday and Tuesday, so at the top of the our efforts, as I said, should underscore the importance of empowering women and girls to reach their full potential, to participate fully in society, and to shape their own lives and futures. Ladies and gentlemen, happy International Women's Day. May your strength and resilience continue to inspire the world every day. Wishing all women the power to achieve their dreams, break barriers, and shine in every sphere of life. I thank you all.
And then before the panelists them, women them of Sierra Leone. It is always a pleasure for making Tina Bifoina to talk and gain an assurance about the power of women. But who say we don't know the power we will not get as women. And so, you know, when God created the world, I want to make you say that women are the latest creation of God. When God creates woman, was there any other creation? No. So women are the latest. Now, no wonder women are always very, very so beautiful. However you look women, they are always so very, very beautiful. Today I both a honor and a privilege for me, for Tina, for talk Tina on this very special day. A day we not only acknowledge women across the world, but also they remind we about the work what we need to do so that this world will be a much more better place. Because we believe with women in leadership, the world will be a better place to live. Today, as we celebrate under this great theme, I want to share with my story that is about me. And I know that story is not just about me, but also some of you will relate with the same story. I am a son of a woman who's never been to school. In Ostabi, one day classroom do not. And then we were five in number, and so we were still five in number. And then he raised me up, even though we didn't day. But my dad is a retired pastor. So if you know pastor, the money offline. You know better. And my mom took the lead and said my kids should be educated and contribute meaningfully to nation building. And you know what she did? She became a trader of whatever business that is legible. I remember me meeting wake 3, 4, and he do all he can for prepare cake so that in the morning they go fry and then go sell so that we will able to learn book. And not only that, we mommy didn't do that. She realized that the next when they say, oh, we can study, will be small. With the old book, with the tongue, with the little number by breaking points or whatever. And so there was a struggle. And you know what's in the mommy do? My mom got herself enrolled in adult education. And before she got it, she could read and write. But now, they don't pass away. But we thank God for waiting in lay now we hand. She made me to be who I am. And I know this is not a unique story. It is what some of you have gone through. And today, person they look at me, they assume that this guy come on to Europe, or stay in Europe, or men in Europe. No. I grew up in a very poor community. But the resilience of my mother made me who I am today. And that's why when I started working, when me and my friend come together and say, let's start this organization, my fight was how to empower women, how to make a difference in their lives. And ever since, I've been committed to this goal, and that is my drive. And we'll keep pushing. But as we celebrate today, let me just round up with one thing. Where the leg for share was tonight. Sorry, I'll be right back, but I just decided to summarize that. Today, I want to challenge you all in this room for take a stand. Not just words, but take a stand. For be the change that we want to see happen for women in the workplace. And to this, I want to say, if you're a policy maker, fight for laws that will protect and uplift women. If you're a business leader, open more doors for women to be empowered. If you're an educator, mentor our young ones, our young girls, to be responsible girls.
Thank you very much. As rightly introduced, May they work for Campaign for Good Governance. And we all know also from a no Campaign for Good Governance. Also, yes. In one day we form Campaign for Good Governance, we can refer to them as they are among the proponents, the one that will fight for democracy. You know, say 1996, now we go for democracy. Multi-party elections. So some people that come together, they form Campaign for Good Governance. And one of the key missions as an organization is for work on women's empowerment. You know why? Simply because history doesn't show we say over the years, one set of people will not be marginalized, will not be discriminated against, now women. And this been confirmed in the TRC reports. We make it very clear, say if the government serious for address gender inequality and for do everything humanly possible to ensure that women then participate in decision-making processes. All of that geared towards addressing gender inequality within existence. So that we don't do with mission. So then if we say we contribute strongly for ensure that we have laws. Because with laws, it becomes mandatory. It becomes compulsory because the law is supreme. Not so?
Yes.
So now notice inside 2020, NINA launched the Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Act. But as an organization, we take and say this is a policy. If possible, so that policy can come and implement it. We will therefore work with the government and push hard for maybe we get the Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Act when they do SI 2022. That year, they now 3 laws that they pass. The first law and the Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Act. They pass also the Customary Land Right Act. Also the first one when the Political Parties Act and the Public Election Act will make a form. You know why they bring this? Because moments like this, not for just celebrate, but not for reflect. Because when you reflect, you know what are the challenges, and you'll be able to work towards addressing some of the challenges there. So as you say, after the election, we able to foresee an increment in the number of women in decision-making positions. For the first time, as you say, they make it very clear inside the Public Election Act, Section 58(2), that for every 3 candidates, you forget voting. One winner, woman. All of these, they drive towards the recommendation in the Truth and Reconciliation Commission report. Then also, if you look at the Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Act, we have this unit for no, because of pulling on nobody until the day. So this moment, why should they celebrate? They find for who know some of the provisions and they. They make it very clear for no we get a minimum of 30% women in appointed position. So who they get in position there? We will make sure we get a minimum of voting 30% women. If that will not be, you get the right for question. Then not tap the whole, not to just government. It also come to the private sector. For institutions that we get 25 employees, we get 25 staff. Therefore, make sure they get a minimum of 30% women in decision-making position. And this one very important to Una, simply because most time trade woman you can understand say when I get market woman then so for you get access to loan. Now there is a law where they say you not for discriminate against women, because most time people that prefer for give loan to man than the woman, even when the woman qualify for getting loan. If that may happen, that discrimination, now you get a right for take action. And also the law they try for say how best at least we be able to mainstream the gender into we development plans. Then above all, trade with sisters and for even get the free. Now we get the maternity leave. We don't go to 14 weeks with pay. So now possibly the worry again. Would they say this, may this be an opportunity if you not be known say this lawyer they exist? Why is it they celebrate? Try for no say them laws they are.
This one, the Masalasambas of this one, the Fatma Clara Hansens of this one. Not the woman. So in 2025, they say acceleration action. When? Now. Acceleration action. Now. Accelerate action. Now. The women are urgent. The women are in a speed and a neck-breaking speed. They cannot wait anymore. They have waited for too long. In Geneva and the road, that's Buko land and primary. They say school is meant for boys and not for girls. The woman they say accelerate, and we don't know the meaning of accelerate. Now speed, when they drive to Canada, when they drive the speed, now you have the accident for go before. There's entire 49 years, and there are champions. There are champions who are leg ready. 24 hours round the clock to pick your calls, to make sure that you are not, your rights are not violated. For make sure say that man not throw away and kick you and the beginning just like how me daddy kick me mama out trouble me 100 and maybe go school. Never again. They say the woman them that they fall in a kitchen. Not to show first them. Yes. They for take the back seats. They not for talk na public. Never again. The woman they say we dey go before. We dey walk her that una sing how they call her. Una dey march side by side with the man dem. Una not come for catch challenge just like how the brother say any man wey dey beat woman na weak man. And the man dem who say we don try not to show. President Bio don pass the customary land right law. He don pass this gender equality law. Not to so. President Anis Koroma in December 2007, he don pass the 3 Gender Act. Also, the Three Gender Act, the Domestic Violence Act, for say woman not to batter, not to property for inheritance, the registration of customary. First time, when person married, na calabash wey they marry the mama. When the man died, they say, "We not be going to register. We not be go church. We not be going to box. Now they na above, not to get a married that day. Our mothers were married that way. Even when you marry certificate, never again. These are the champions. Now they say never. Because that marriage is as valid as the one where you go to church and mosque. I'm supposed to say because they marry with mama with calabash, they don't put ring in a finger, they don't get a marriage certificate, you don't get wedding pictures, you don't go reception, you don't go rent hall, so therefore not to marry. They think that they always set the man they don't try for bullshit in it. Now, when you go back to the history of the woman, the movement there, it starts back way back in 1908. Women and people that went and guys, so they don't give up easily. 1908 in America, that's over 15,000 women. Now they grab and say, no, we don't know they grab for move, they ask for 30%. Then they don't begin from the 20th century. They will not start. The Socialist Party, the first declared the first National Women's Day on the 28th February 1909. And the first National Movement Day was in March 1909. But the United Nations, this day will be celebrated. They incorporate them and accept them and declare them for the 8th of March in way back in 1921. The legal aid board, una woman the way they are. According to the M&E, Measurement and Evaluation Officer of the MMM, the legal aid board, it's a large percentage women they don't benefit from the work of legal aid board. They don't benefit 82.5% of the legal aid board. So woman there, now we client them. The man they be shame for cancer, the woman beats me. Also, then they say the man. The woman enter with the man. The man was almost sell all things at the house because of push. The chair, the begin and close them. When they give woman the chop money, they go bear and you go thief the money, go buy push. When the comes out, in her wisdom, that is say, Paddy man, if they take push or you don't take push. That is say, no, I mean, the center or this center, man say, well, we go come the machine. Then they can't test you.